Hi, my name is Sean Jex, and thank you for joining me for the second episode of It Happened in Coppell, a weekly podcast devoted to sharing stories from Coppell's past. If you enjoy the stories that you hear, you can find more like them in my book, Legendary Locals of Coppell, as well as in my weekly column in the Citizens Advocate newspaper, also titled It Happened in Coppell. In April of 1861, the American Civil War began, and over the next 4 years it would claim the lives of over 600,000 American soldiers, but it also claimed lives away from the battlefield. Take the story of the Record family. Josiah Record, in the early days of the war, suggested that the South could never win because it simply didn't have the resources necessary to defeat the North. The statement angered Confederate sympathizers, and they lynched Josiah for it. Now, Josiah's son, John, went on to fight for the Confederate cause in Captain Good's company. But when he returned, he hadn't forgotten his father's murder. He hunted down a Mr. Copeland, who was said to have participated in the lynching, and murdered him. But in the years that had passed, sympathies had turned toward the Union cause locally, and John was never prosecuted for the murder. For a number of years it seemed like the story was over, but in 1869, John and 4 others were accosted on the banks of Hackberry Creek by a mob that was presumed to be with the Ku Klux Klan. All 5 were lynched, though one escaped the noose. When they were found the next day, the bodies hanging from the trees were said to be strung up like hogs after slaughter. Today, the graves of both Josiah and John can be visited in Coppell's historic parish cemetery. For April 25th, I'm Sean Jex. That's how it happened in Coppell.